Good evening, everyone. This is Mike Wilson with Andesite Blue, brought to you by Toloka Studios and Productions. There's been a lot that's going on, obviously. I have not seen you for almost 2 months. It's been, this will be the 8th week, and I finally got together and came here to the studio to be able to do this evening's broadcast. I have a special guest tonight. I'm going to talk a little bit about her and what she does. I'm going to introduce you in a little bit here, but I mean, obviously, there's no secret what's going on here in Ukraine. We are at war. It has changed our lives dramatically. There's no peace right now, and everybody's working hard, including our soldiers and our defenders, who are doing a fantastic job helping and defending Ukraine and repelling the enemy. It's sad to say that Russia is an enemy, but they are not only an enemy to Ukraine, but they are an enemy around the world. So, anyway, I'm going to be introducing you to an organization called Yarmiz. I have volunteered there for about 2 years. I was English speaker. Yarmiz was focused on helping the veterans who had been fighting since 2014 and trying to transition into the civilian world from fighting. And that's not always easy to do. When you're on the front line and you're having to defend, and there's potential death in your job description, and you're actually also killing the enemy. It does some psychological trauma to you, and that transition isn't easy. And so Yarmiz has been very instrumental in helping these young men and women transitioning. It doesn't just help the veterans, but also helps the wives and the widows and the families that are affected by this. So I've been very blessed to be a part of Yarmiz. I'm blessed to know Evgenia. She's not here this evening, but she is the founder and the owner of Yarmiz. She has such a beautiful heart in helping this community and helping our soldiers. Yarmiz actually has quite a large following here in Kiev, and they do help a lot. They have tremendous programs and education programs as well. To help, to get the soldiers re-educated to go back into civilian life. Anyway, Olena is here with us. She's one of the senior managers in Yarmiz, and she is kind of directing things right now as a senior in the organization. They've also transitioned, so this is not so much a part of helping the soldiers transition to civilian life right now as it is in the humanitarian needs and the aids and the charity involved into it. And so she is the senior manager of the charity division. I'm going to introduce you to Olena, and she will give you a testimony about what she does and a little bit more about Yarmiz. So with no further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Olena.
Thank you for introduction.
You're welcome.
I'm Olena Koshelieva, and now I'm part of Yarmiz Foundation during 2 years, and now we changed our direction from readaptation and rehabilitation our veterans and their family to help to. We're working for victory together with our defenders, and we help our defenders, no matter who is it, or it's official army, or it's territorial defense, or it's military volunteers. We help to everyone, and we help to people who need help.
What are some of the ways that you help?
Look, we have 3 directions now. First is foundation, and we buy and collect some charity. We buy and collect some stuff which need our army. It's drones or tactical stuff or tactical medicine equipment.
Some of the drones and some of the equipment.
Yes.
And also food too,
connection, Yes, this is food, this is medicine, and we get medicine from different foundation and people for free because we work with everyone and we get help from everyone who ready to help our people and to our soldiers. And we're grateful to everyone for everything what you do for us, and be sure that your help is in right hands, and we deliver everything to right directions and to people who need it.
Yes.
And to
Good.
units
Very
who
good.
need it. Yes.
Very
and
good.
I'm co-founder of our second direction is delivery by Crazy Samaritans. This is several cars and
Oh, so it's
some
transportation
people, yes,
delivery.
transportation,
Okay.
yes, delivery to different directions. Now we got to territory which were in occupation.
So the ones that were occupied by Russia before, and the defenders have pushed them out, and you go
yes,
back to
I'm
there.
sorry for my English.
No
Just now
problem.
I write now from villages and from people which we helped.
I'm sure your Ukrainian is perfect.
Yeah, my Ukrainian is perfect. Yes, better than English because I'm Ukrainian. It's
Yes,
true.
yes.
And we have media hub in Yarmiz for journalists where everyone can, journalists can call and assign form
Okay.
and come to us and have a rest or charge their
Oh, very
equipment
good.
and yes, and have some interview with people.
Is that
And
at Yarmiz itself, at the facility in Yarmiz?
yes,
Okay.
yes. I will tell you more when if
Okay.
you wonder.
Yes, yes.
And the last direction is we are like kind of a logistic hub. It means that everyone can live. For example, if you charity foundation who want to deliver something to other place or to some unit, you can leave your stuff in our logistic center, and we will deliver it, or someone can come to us and take your box, his box.
Oh, to the
yes,
location you need to go. Okay, very good,
So
very
we
good.
help. We are connecting people like
Yes,
some,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, you're kind of a distribution hub. So people
Yeah.
are able to bring things, and you're able to get them to the places they need to go. So that's perfect.
Thank you. So we work with everyone, and we try to make our work useful, and we work very fast. And but of course now it's not first days of war when everyone was ready to help, and it was huge wave of help
Yes.
from different people from different organizations. Now it's more difficult, and we don't have any problems where to deliver help. We have problem where to get it, because we have a lot of needs from units. We have a lot of needs from people. This is different needs. It costs a lot, and it's very difficult to find this in Ukraine. And sometimes we order some stuff in abroad, and this is huge. I don't remember how it is in English. This is a long way from shop to Ukraine and to
Yes,
our
yes.
units. So, but
Okay.
we try to hard and.
Yeah, this a lot of people don't understand the logistics that's involved in supplies. You think you got water to bring in, you've got food to bring in. Some places, when you go to the cities that have, like Bucha and Chernihiv and all these other places you were talking about that have been occupied and now aren't, they need clothing, they need warm clothes, they have no electricity, they have no gas, they don't have they can't do their normal things and take care of themselves. So we have to supply them, and we have to give them food, we have to give them warm clothing, we have to give them things to just for normal daily life and living. But the military needs food,
Yes.
and so it's a big logistics, and we have to bring this food in, and so the supply chain is important, and the source to get it. Some of it people donate to it, which is nice, so that we get those supplies free. But other times we have to purchase many other things. So there's an expense that goes involved in that. Now, that's one of the things about Andesite Blue. I've been working with Yarmiz long before I even developed Andesite Blue. But we have a charity program, and if you go on www.andesiteblue.com, you can actually see our on the drop-down page. You can see our charity, and we are actually raising the funds to be able to supply to places like Yarmiz to bring this finances in, because there's fuel for all of the vehicles that you're driving, and we have to pay for gas. You have to pay for the electricity. I mean, there's so much. There's so much that goes into doing this, and it is really a big operation. Olena, how many people are currently working with you, or approximately?
In average, approximately 18 people right now in our team. This is drivers, this is people who works in our storage, because we have a lot of different medicine and food, and always we need to check and check dates and
Yes.
check quantity of how much we have something, and they work, they collect, they organize boxes for of orders, and this is people who found some stuff abroad and found where we can buy or get something, and people who help. Now we found people who will help us with communication, because we I swear we just didn't have time for communication with people, because we work 24 hours every day. For example, we had during 47 days, 47, yes, I didn't count.
It's more, yeah, well, I think it's 47 the day before yesterday,
yeah, 47 days. We had only 3 days off, but I'm not sure that it was really days off.
It was it was peaceful, but when things get quiet and calm, it's not a time to relax.
No,
unfortunately,
of course, no.
because it's not over. It's not over until it's over. It's not over until the peace agreement has been signed and Russia is off and out of our borders. Then it's over. Until then, it's not. What happens in the beginning, as we were talking, as you were saying, and I kind of really struck a chord with me, is that in the beginning you had a flood of people wanting to help. And then that kind of people kind of get it, after the days go on and the weeks go on and now the months are starting to go on, the same people don't show up. They kind of get, tired, or they get, they said, they get relaxed or whatever. And so the number of people you have in the beginning helping is less as the time goes on, and now we need more people to help, and now it's a cry out, says, look, we still need help, we still have a lot to do.
Oh yes, and I'm pretty sure that Kiev's silent is not for a long time, because I know that soon Russian soldiers will be try to get Kiev again, and the next step we will deliver, and we will find the way how to deliver help to Mariupol, Kharkiv, and dangerous directions. Unfortunately, as civilian people, we can't go there, because I don't want that my team will be like, hero, don't die. No, we need to be effective. So we will find a way to deliver it in the normal way for us, and for effective way for soldiers who defends Mariupol, Kharkiv, and Kherson.
Yes.
And now I don't understand how, but be sure we will do that. And I know needs of our soldiers. This is some specific things, and how to explain. This is very difficult to get it. This is very difficult to bring it, and not always we can do that officially, because some this is because of mess inside our army, but I don't want to speak about this right now. Just I want to accent this. Not always we can help officially to military parts. Sometimes
Right.
we need to help personally to soldiers, personally to groups, and our we have some priority to who our beneficiaries, and this is intelligence, war intelligence.
Yes.
This is snipers and some small groups who works.
Recon groups.
Hunt, yes,
Yes,
in
recon
hot
groups.
coins and some secret units and some people who will go to Mariupol and east of Ukraine or
Yes,
south
yeah.
of Ukraine. So and we now we can't help everyone. Unfortunately, we can't buy some spoons or pillows for soldiers. No, because I think that if we have it in our storage, we can give it.
Right,
But we don't.
right.
I won't spend money for this, never, because I think we need to spend money for more strategic
Equipment, stuff like that. Yes, yes.
equipment. So this is like for equipment for weapon, equipment for.
So really, in
Intelligence
Yarmiz,
and
because of the connections that has been established over the years that Yarmiz has been incorporated, you are allowed to really have access to be able to deliver important equipment to the needed areas for our defenders.
If I understood your question correctly, but I'm not
Well,
sure.
it wasn't a question. It was a statement. It wasn't a question. It was basically just saying Yarmiz is really in a good position to be able to do these things. A new NGO. Matter of fact, not to say anything negative or bad about other charitable organizations in the world ones, UNICEF and Red Cross and all this stuff, is that they don't focus on these things internally because they're international, and so only a few pennies of the dollar goes to the actual need. Here this is direct because you guys are absolutely involved and intimately involved with the commanders. You're intimately involved with the governmental officials. You're intimately involved with the civilians and the governor or the mayors and things like that of the city, so that you have access to be able to help the civilians. You have access to be able to get in and out with supplies and needs and medicine, and also, like you said, delivering drones and things to the military. So it really makes Yarmiz very unique and very broad scale. But again, it takes a lot. It's a lot of responsibility, and it takes a lot of work, help, logistics, and
yes.
money.
Yes, and sometimes I think that we will deliver everything by horses, because sometimes I look at my credit card and I think, okay, we have money for 1 to 3 days of deliver, and probably God loves me, because when I think that is the end of delivery, I get some money. Oh, okay, this is part for gas. This is part for some stuff we can buy for guys. Yoo-hoo! We have a little bit money.
Yes.
So it's, and even when I sleep, I see some dreams about delivery, about want, about charity, about so. This is process 24 hours.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
And you said you've 48 days that you've been actively involved with this. How many days off have you had?
Maybe 3, but I'm not sure, because even when we have day off, it means that I can do my manager and paperwork.
Managerial tasks and stuff, right?
Yes.
So for you, vacation is just sitting at home and doing your tasks on the computer for your work, right?
Yes, and it's a little bit more. But actually, I think that we will have a race to when we will win, and I promise I will
Yes.
go to, I don't know, maybe Bali for months, and I will forget my phone home, and no one will connect with me. I will far away from people, from everything, but after war. And actually, our defenders don't have any day offs,
No.
and
And sometimes they don't have
yes,
sleep
and
either.
I have been in the war since 2014 to 2017. I'm a veteran and soldier, and maybe I think sometimes I say to my team, so okay, I can't anymore. I will go to army. Goodbye, guys. Because for me to be a soldier is easier than to be volunteer. I swear. Uh,
It has its own place, that's for sure. But in 2014, when Russia invaded Ukraine, they took over Crimea. They went into the Donbass, got Luhansk and Donetsk. In 2014, again, that was something new to Ukraine because now, since World War II, we have not really had an invasion. I mean, we were part of the Soviet Union, and there was no other wars going on inside of the boundaries of Ukraine. When Ukraine became independent, there was still no wars and no need for that, and so nobody was prepared for it.
yeah.
But in 2014, we saw a rise of the civilian population and the volunteers come together to help our soldiers and to help the units. Now, these were untrained men at the time. I came in and I trained the military in Mykolaiv. I was with the Morska Pehota, the Ukrainian Marines, and I was training them in 2015 and felt the need to help, bring them up to speed, just on basic infantry and marksmanship. But amazingly, they didn't have uniforms. They didn't have boots. These guys were in torn shoes. I mean, they didn't have anything. The Morska Pehota, the guys were just ragtag. They had no uniform.
I remember
And
this time.
yes, and the civilians came together and was just bringing clothes and whatever they can bring. So guys who had mismatched uniforms and hats and things, and sometimes they got good boots and other people got bad boots, but they still had something, But they came in, they brought food. The civilians really stepped up, and it was said so many times. I remember a friend of mine, Vasil. He was in the United States. He's Ukrainian, and he was in the United States at the time, and Fox News, he was one of the contributors, and he was talking on Fox News about what was going on back in 2014, 2015. That's the time that I got to know him, and one of the things that said is that this war is going to be won because of the volunteers. There's a rise of the volunteers. And now we see it again. Now, again, a new wave of the war has been going since 2014. People don't understand that. Ukraine has been at war since 2014.
Yes, this is not a start of war.
No,
This is just
this is a new wave.
New wave, yes.
Yeah, this is a new agenda and, much more evil because it's not even about anything. It's just about killing people. And so, but the civilian population is still rising up, and people are really working, to help and to get involved and to do what they can to support our soldiers and our defenders. Not everybody can defend, but people are bringing in food. They're doing they're doing everything they can. They're volunteering their hands to work, making nets, doing all kinds of stuff to support our military and our defenders. And it shows because our defenders are doing a fantastic job. But we need Yarmiz. We need other organizations that are internally here. There's the ones that are doing it. Red Cross isn't doing it. UNICEF isn't doing it. And all of these other huge organizations, they're not doing it. They're not here. But Yarmiz is here, and many of the other NGOs that are here inside of Ukraine are doing it. And we see it all the time, and we see just truckloads coming in from Poland of supplies and food and clothing and even military, night vision goggles and drones and different things, that are coming in through the borders and coming into Ukraine, And so the help that we're getting also from the world is really nice. It's absolutely wonderful to see shipments of containers of supplies and needs, and even diapers. We don't think about the needs, but Ukraine It's such a beautiful culture, and the women and the families and the children. I mean, it is really, really prominent here in Ukraine, and so it breaks our hearts when we see the children also being killed in these things. But the help is coming in, and so I mean, diapers is a big thing, and those are coming in on containers and in truckloads. And so we're really grateful and we're really thankful for the civilians in the world really stepping in and helping and doing what they can to provide. So, and again, money is we can't really say enough about it. It's not for us. It's for the needs to be able to get the stuff to everybody, soldiers, civilians, the needs, the homeless. Now we've got millions of homeless people that are just without homes at all. And and putting them up in places like you said that you have kind of a hub where you got the press that can come, you got people that can transition and stay and get recharged and go back out, at the facility. I mean, it's just it's really great and really thankful for our volunteers. Absolutely could not do this without them.
Actually, I want to add that now Ukraine fighting not only for Ukraine fighting for all of the world.
Yes,
because
it is.
This is if Ukraine won't win, but I even don't want to think about this.
Right.
We will win. Aggressor Russia is dangerous for all the world.
Yes,
And
yes.
Europe and what I mean. And now it's very important that soldiers. Now we have the same situation. Territorial defense doesn't have uniform, and a lot of soldiers doesn't have enough uniform. And I mean, if they need some special form, for example, like intelligence, they buy it by themselves.
Yes,
And
yes, exactly.
This is stupid, and we even. We have two situations right now as volunteers. We or don't have money to buy it, or we don't have what to buy, where to buy.
Yes, yes.
And we need help with this. And for people who run away from war, they, for example, they need to feel that they are not alone anymore, that they're in defense. And so we deliver to them food, something that they can clean themselves.
Yes,
And my dream is to collect some beauty boxes for women who run away from their home, because I know this psychological effect when women take care of themselves.
herself, yes.
And this is like wake up your mentality, wake up your when no matter who, but when people take care of themselves, it helps them to
Yes,
be
it does.
right
Absolutely.
here, right now,
Yes.
and understand what is going on and what to do. Because how to explain? In this difficult time, doesn't mean that people need to stop to live.
Correct.
And it means that people who leave their homes, this is not people who need to look like, I don't know, like
A bum. They don't need to look like a homeless person, right?
Like
yeah.
a homeless person.
Because they're not. They're
because
technically.
they have their how to say.
Well, their own internal pride.
Yes. And we try to give them how much we can. And we
Yes.
try to find not only shampoo or antiperspirant or something like this, but some cosmetic or some perfumes, and to make them smile. I understand that is that is nothing, maybe, because they have been inside, just I don't know, inside hell. In
When they're running,
or,
this is a life or death situation.
But-
And when they're
but-
running for their own life, there's a whole amount of emotion and amount of fear and that grips
Yes,
you.
This is like just a small piece of normal life.
Yeah.
And this is very important to have this small piece of normal life close to people.
Yes,
And just of course again, it costs a lot. Even when we have a lot, we have some discounts and have some connection with people who make it anyway. We need to pay. In majority situation, we need to pay. Some organization help us. Some people help us and bring some stuff, and we share with everyone. But to make it in normal way, we need more opportunities.
Yes, absolutely.
And
yeah.
we need more. We have not only we collect money in Yarmiz Center bank accounts, and we connect money for personal
Bank cards.
PayPal
Yes,
and
okay.
credit cards.
Yes.
And of course I will give you everything, because for example credit cards is opportunity to buy some small things, but
Basic,
a lot of
yeah.
small basic things, and buy gas.
Yes.
For charity foundation bank account, this is for huge, and for some strategy things which we can buy and deliver. And PayPal, this is for payment in abroad for some shops if we need some few tourniquets or uniform or something like this. So we try to collect money from everywhere into different boxes, and to have some how to say different way for payment. Depends on what we need and how fast we need it.
Yes,
So and we have a lot of things for small for children, for newborn children, and
okay, good.
actually
good.
every time when we make boxes for children, I
It's
cry.
probably a lot of joy, yeah.
I cry because this is very difficult to believe that small Ukrainians were born inside war. And 2 days ago, we have been in Klavdievo-Tarasova village. This is close to Bucha, between Bucha and Borodyanka. You know, this is
Yes.
touring
Very,
of hell. And she told me that she have been worked in Warsaw hospital and helped to small Ukrainians to be born during several days. And
Wow.
once she went home, and she continued her mission. This is her mission, to help small Ukrainians to see this world. To meet this world, and she helped 5 Ukrainians during occupied period.
During the occupied period of
Yes.
Bucha. Wow.
No, and it was dangerous. She didn't have light. She didn't have warm. They almost didn't have water.
Water, yeah.
Yes, it was very dangerous, and she did it just in the just regular furniture, kind of armchair.
Yeah.
Just regular
whatever she can use.
armchair,
Yeah.
yes. And for me, she's a hero.
Yeah.
Just
And I
regular
can't
girl.
even imagine the emotions that she's going through. I mean, even when she has a break, she's probably weeping for the things
Yes.
because she cares so much about every soul that comes into this world, and knowing that they're always at threat. You know, it's just not comfortable, and it's just got to be pretty overwhelming, especially if she was a mother. It's one thing to be a caretaker, but when you're, mothers, there's something about being a mother that really drives more into connection of souls and individuals, and you can't get rid of it. Once you're a mom, it's in there, and your heart just goes out to everybody. I just the emotional weight that these ladies and women are carrying has got to be just wow. I mean, the only thing you can do is just really cry. And the only thing we can do is give them a shoulder and help and do what we can to help them,
Yes, and I'm grateful to everyone around the world who help us, and I'm grateful to people who check our mothers and children to their home, and I'm grateful to everyone who send us money or some equipment which we need. And 2 days ago we got some tactical medicine from people from Holland.
Holland, okay.
Yes,
Very good.
from veterans from Holland, and so it means that we have opportunity to make some backpack for military doctors, and it means that we can send some medical stuff to hot points, and it means that we can do something and help some people, of course. And every tourniquet, every combat gauze, or everything is, we need everything.
Yeah,
This is, it looks like a lot, but I understand that this, we can help only with 3-4 orders, and we won't have anything
Yeah, no,
anymore.
I know.
Yes, so we need it always. We need to.
It's a constant flow.
That
yeah.
is, it need to be like a river, not like rain.
Yes,
It need to
yeah,
be like a river.
No, I understand.
And actually, yes, we have some huge foundations, yes, and we have Minister of Defense, we have different huge organizations
Yes.
which take part in and help our defender, but small volunteers and small foundation, this is faster.
Yes,
And this is like,
it is.
this
Well,
is
because
like
it's very
small
direct.
bees.
There's no bureaucracy.
Yeah,
It's just direct.
yeah.
There's no, I mean, the government's already supporting Yarmiz. I mean, the government already understands and knows that Yarmiz exists. It's an NGO. But the work that you guys are doing, what comes in goes out. It's very direct. It is now, and it's in the hands right away. The people are being helped right away, and that is phenomenal. And there's no bureaucracy in that. It's not like it has to go through a chain of approvals and through this director and this CEO and that person and this person over here and this shareholder over here and that person. It doesn't have to go through any of that. It goes in and out right away, and people are being helped immediately, and that's what's important.
Of course, and look at me. This us look like volunteer after work. So
Yes,
when
yes, I grabbed
forgot
you.
my cosmetic. I forgot my hairbrush. I even don't remember if I cleaned my face. Probably cleaned.
It's clean. It looks
Yes.
good. It's clean.
Yes. So this looks
Yeah.
like a volunteer in Ukraine right now. So
Yeah.
we work.
Well, I want
work a lot.
to take the time to thank you all for joining us and listening in on us. I want to, again, stress that our company, Andesite Blue, you can find us on www.andesiteblue.com or www.andesiteblue/help Ukraine or help-Ukraine. And if you go to the Dropbox on the website, you'll see the charity page that we have set up. This is really for our way of being able to help Yarmiz and support these organizations and get the funds immediately. Some of the things she talked about was that they put money directly onto the bank cards so that the families can go directly to the stores and buy whether it's fuel or water or potatoes or carrots, the simple things to work with. So we also help to be able to get the funds directly to the cards so these families can survive. Andesite Blue is a finance company. We sell bonds in the UK. We raise the money and then bring it over here to Ukraine, and we invest it in Ukraine. Well, that is on hold right now. Obviously, we cannot invest in Ukraine at this moment while it's under war. But we are poised in such a phenomenal position, though, to help rebuild. Ukraine is going to be the next Dubai. Ukraine is going to be a phenomenal place. It's going to be a sought-after place for people to come around the world to see, not just because the war happened and Russia is doing so much destruction here and they want to see that. That's not, Ukraine has never been is about beauty and about culture. But now it's going to be seen in such a way that people are there's going to be an attraction that's going to be coming through because of what Ukraine is going through, and to see the bravery and to see the the women coming in and supporting the defenders, and even women picking up arms and fighting. The men who are out there, the young men and all the men from ages 18 to 60 years old and more are out there fighting. They're going to see somebody who has actually tenacity and heart and love for their country. And people are it's an attraction. And, Andesite Blue is going to be here to invest also, to bring in the help in the economy, to help to recover and to invest in the infrastructures and the different programs that are necessary to bring Ukraine back up. It is going to be better than it's ever been before, since way before, post-Soviet times and its struggles. It's actually, Ukraine is on the verge of being part of the EU in the next few months, which is awesome, through the news and through what Zelensky has done. We're very thankful. I mean, Zelensky right now is a hero. Klitschko is a hero in Ukraine and in Kiev. So we're, Ukraine is my home. I've lived here for several years. Kiev is my city. I'm happy to do what I can do to help and to protect and to provide and to do whatever I can do. So our charity page is up and running. You'll be able to see on there how you can donate, whether you do through PayPal. We have through direct wire. You can do through the Bitcoin or type of the e-coin. So there's ways to donate there that will immediately go into places like Yarmiz and other organizations, because we have to pay for the logistics from Poland to the border and from the border to Kiev. So we pay for the logistics there, and we pay for the material to get over to Yarmiz and to get to these organizations that are getting it to the homes, the households, the families, the people, and our military who needs it just as much. So thank you for spending that time with us. I just encourage you to go to our website, www.andesiteblue.com. Olena, thank you for joining me this evening. And
Thank you.
I'm so happy to work with you. I've known you for a while, and it's always a blessing to see you and always see your smile and working with all of the men and women in Yarmiz. So
I was happy to see you again, and thank you for everything what you do.
you're welcome. So have a good night, and we'll see you
Thank you.
soon.
See you.